Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the KZ Vibe X. As you can see here, so this is a bit of a different one. So it's got a dynamic driver, I think which is 10mm. You can see here it's got a 13mm vibration driver. So this might be a bass monster, but obviously we'll find out. And yeah, I'd like to say, full disclaimer, this was sent out to me by KZ. Been a while since I've tried a KZ, I think, so I'm quite curious to see what this is like. Yeah, I was not paid to do this video, nor thoughts, opinions on my own. As you can see, very small box as usual. And yeah, I'm quite curious to see what these are like. And yeah, let's just get into it. So let's have a closer look. Like I just said in the intro, you can see the new 13mm self-developed ultra low frequency vibration driver. So this may be a literal bass monster. Zenith's dynamic driver, two-way crossover. I don't think I've heard of the Zenith name before, but I've never, I don't think I've ever tried it. So 3 variants. Mine is the cheapest variant, but also I prefer the most simple, 3.5 with no mic. Obviously there's the specs, 20 ohm impedance, large frequency from 20 to 40,000 Hz, sensitivity 207, blah 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 blah. Looks relatively straightforward. There's some information there. Very the usual affordable packaging. They do mention it on the side, I think. To keep costs down. They're a bit eco, if that matters to you, but yeah, the usual kind of look. So slightly heavy, quite a large shell, kind of slightly deep. Kind of cross design there. Well, not quite a cross design, but pretty cool design. Vibrating and dynamic technology. Leave that there. So let's have a look. I guess the cable, bit of paperwork in the bottom, the usual. Feels like 2 tips. So there's only, yeah, so the 2 fitted, and these are quite wide bore. These are quite, yeah, so large bore. So that's first time I think I've seen that. Yeah, nothing else in there, and just the cable. So normally you get small, medium, and large tips, but obviously not this time, or unless that's all mine come with. So that's that. I guess the cable, yeah, so the normal run-of-the-mill cable. I've seen that a million times. They do like, it's obviously on the cheaper side, but right angled's pretty cool. So anyway, so yeah, that's that. So the ones fitted are definitely larger, so I have to see what that's like. Again, quite a large bore. Quite curious to see why they've done that, but yeah, I'll see what these are like. I'm expecting a bass monster, but yeah, obviously I'll spend a bunch of time with it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next clip. Yes, so welcome to my review section, the KZ Vibe X. So obviously you've seen this kind of cable a million times, but it's not bad, like I've said a few times. Right angle connector. Obviously you've seen how this is, it's the normal kind of setup, and obviously that's how they they're fitted. Simple as that. One thing to note is with the comfort, especially on this right unit, for me, I found this very uncomfortable. It just wouldn't fit very well with my ear, this kind of section with this model. Maybe it's how this is positioned out, I don't know, but personally for me, not the most comfortable for setup. I thought I'd get that out kind of straight away. Bit of wiggle, but yeah. And obviously it only came with 2 lots of tips. I think it probably could have done with maybe another size, maybe bigger, maybe. But yeah, so obviously about comfort, so fit. Apart from that, these are quite large units, as you can see. They're quite deep. Now they do fit okay. There's no really weird shape to them. Sometimes in KZs here, there's like a section that sticks up. This doesn't have it. Not the most secure, but they're very generic shape, and they sound quite hollow when you touch them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So price around $30-ish. Obviously mine is the most basic setup, so no mic, no Type-C. I don't know what the Type-C setup would be like, maybe as a DSP, I don't know. I do prefer the bass versions to see what they're actually like. Sometimes they do cheat the tuning with DSP, with this one they don't. Yes, so pound sensitivity, I think these took a little bit more power than normal, but nothing crazy like a little play in our IM would be, but nothing, yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. So it's a single DD with the big vibration unit, so I'll get to the sound of what that means. So this is a bit different to a normal kind of setup. You can just see something just in there, it's hard to make out, just there. So technicalities I think are okay. It's a single DD model. When I show you the graph, I like the tuning is fairly typical KZ with this vibration unit basically used as a boost. We'll talk about that in a bit. But technicalities are as good as any other DD they probably make at the moment. And timbre wise, it's not too bad. It does sound a bit thick with the tuning, but I'll get to that in a bit. Details resolution is fairly, I'd say, normal. Again, for a KZ product, you use that Zenith driver. Now, I personally have not that much experience with them, but from what I've tried, it seems okay. You know, it's kind of tried and tested kind of model, really. So, soundstage and imaging is, again, relatively good. It just seems a little bit bigger now. The sound seems a bit bigger than I was expecting. Maybe you can see this section is open. Maybe that helps. I don't know. But the stage is a bit bigger than I expected. And obviously these are the tips. So these really kind of wide bore tips. Not my really cup of tea. Yeah, a bit of a pain I think for fitment, but that's just me. And yeah, kind of star line. See, but wide bore kind of tips. So sound, so I'll put the graph on there so you can have a look. Now you can see straight away it's a bit funky down in the bass. So these are quite bassy. I was expecting a bass monster, but they're not. It's just a boost. And because of that, these sound in some tracks, it sounds really thick. With the low end is probably the best way to describe it. So if you like balanced tuning or neutral tuning, this is definitely not it. I appreciate they're trying something different, and you can see from the name Vibe, it definitely does give you a vibe. But yeah, these are definitely more on the fun tuning. I was probably expecting a bit more maybe sub bass, but it's definitely more of a mid bass punch. And really, I like it. It's a bit different. I think it's one of the first times I've tried something like this, so it's good to be a bit different. Yeah, and I thought it was okay, but again, it can be feel a bit boomy sometimes. And that's it. So mid-range on this set is pretty good actually. The graph is very, very, very similar to a lot of KZ. So if you tried the Zenith driver, it may look a bit like that. I've seen a few graphs from them before, and it's kind of similar or very similar to what I've tried before. But yeah, anyway, mid-range is solid. It does bleed a little bit into the mid-range, and that's why it kind of helps it sound quite thick. But yet, fairly typical tuning, which is not bad. I enjoy my timing, and the mid-range is probably in the low end a bit more coloured than you'd probably want. But vocal-wise, it's pretty fine, really. And yeah, treble, so there's a slight imbalance there, but I didn't really notice that. Listen, it is a little bit boosted around up to the 3K part, which is more like the female vocal part, but again, it sounds okay. Again, if you don't like that, a bit of EQ is obviously never a problem. Just smooth that off a touch and you should be fine. But yeah, pretty good extension. The 8K peaks is from the measurement, obviously from the coupler. But obviously after everything, 10K take with a pinch of salt. But it does seem to have pretty good extension. The DD that's in this, that Zenith one, seems to be pretty good, really. And I didn't really have anything really bad to say, really. And the treble on this is fine, apart from that kind of boost around the 3K, where personally, if I was to use this every day and this was my only unit, I'd probably smooth that off with a bit of EQ. And apart from that, fairly uneventful. And yeah, I thought it was actually not a bad set. I wasn't quite sure what this would have been, because I had no idea with what the tuning was. And yeah, kind of short and sweet. So what I think the Vibe X, fairly regular KZ with a different kind of way how to implement bass. Yeah, shell was not my favourite for comfort. I prefer when they make them a bit more narrow, but obviously this is a bit different. I don't know what the actual insides would look like real life, but yeah, definitely a thick boy, as you can see there. But yeah, different setup. I know obviously IEMs it's been done to death. There's so many different models, but it's good to see they try something different, which obviously this is. And yeah, I enjoy my time with them. Obviously, I normally listen to a bit of techno, and this sounds great with stuff like that. I've tried it with other genres as well, and it's fine. But with what I like, it does sound again quite thick with the bass, as you can probably imagine, with that kind of boost. But yeah, it doesn't. It sounds. It doesn't sound as real as a normal DD slamming you below end or playing hard drive or something like that. But yeah, I think that's it. So I like this set. It's a bit different. Yeah, works very. It's if you've tried a KZ product, this is much of the same really. I think it would be better if there's a different tip size. So I think for my ear, I feel like I need a larger tip. This is a bit of a pain for me to get right with the right unit, and it felt like it's not positioned right around the ear. And apart from that, good set. I enjoy my time with them, which is what it's supposed to be about. And yeah, if you think I've missed anything or want to know more, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.